All right, so this is my chassis donor for a chassis swap that I'm about to do. Um, I'm using this car because it was cheap. It's not your typical chassis donor, not usually one that people would use. I got this for $300, but the catch is that it has 316,000 miles on it. It's a V6, and this is the only way that I can do this project is by doing it cheap. I have a family, a lot of expenses, so I'm just building something for myself, something to be creative with. I was going to hold this car and keep it as is until I find my body donor, but I got this to do a chassis swap, so I'm either going to end up just parting it out if I never find a body, or build some kind of art body. I like building things, welding, so we'll just see. I want to use what I can find for very cheap. As we look under the hood, yeah, so far as the body donor, I did have a couple leads. There was actually a 70s Mercedes. The price was right. It had all the glass, had a title, but it was just a little too long for what I wanted to do. I'm open to a Mercedes, but I'd rather have like a little bit short, boxier one. So anyway, the story behind this car was a customer of ours. You can see this is a garage. I've changed the oil on this car probably for most of its life. The guy that owned it didn't want to. I checked it over for him when he's moving away. I checked it over for him because he was going to give it to someone, but then he changed his mind. He didn't really even want to give it to anyone, just in case they had trouble with it. But I know that he's been changing the oil, been maintaining it. I think I can get 400,000 out of it. And if I can't, then it's okay. I'm just still not going to be into it for much money. Well, you can probably tell from the video that I've never broken a windshield before. And actually my plan was not to break the windshield at first, because I knew this dash is very sticky. There was a recall on these, but apparently this guy didn't take it back. Yeah, the dash is just like very gummy. So it's attracting all the broken pieces of glass. And I don't even know if I'm going to use that dash or or not. So I just took the roof off. I just took it outside and dumped it. So now that this heavier part is off, that'll enable me to take my time and cut this portion off. I still want to keep this intact for now. I left these pillars intact for now, just because I don't even know what body I'm going to have. I don't know if I can incorporate that into the other body. You know, usually not, but I've never done this before, so I don't want to cut off too much. I just started taking some of the pieces out here, the console, and I'll take the carpet out. And so from there, I'm just waiting for a body. There's several that I've been looking at. I'm only looking at Facebook Marketplace. Plus I'm putting word out to everyone I know, just in case they might see something or know somebody. But also I'm keeping these intact, and I'm hoping that I won't have to trim this at all, because this is where a lot of the structure of this Camry is. So I'm hoping to keep this. So for now, I'll just be trimming the back window out and looking for another car. It's actually wasn't a whole lot of work so far. I did label everything, all the wires, even if it's something that I might not use later, or if it's extremely obvious what it is, I still labeled it. So up until the windshield, I didn't break or destroy anything. And the type of person I am, I'm not a destructive person, so it kind of, even though I know I can't use that windshield most likely, and no one's really going to bother to buy it, it still bothered me to break it, but that had to be done to get to this point. So I guess it's to the point where I just have to just keep cleaning it up, and again waiting for the donor body, which is kind of fun because I don't even know what it's going to be. Obviously I still will need to trim this down. That was just to get the windshield out. I can do that before I get a body also. And I can try to get this dash, I don't know, less sticky, or at least clean it up, but I don't know if there is a solution. I know they do make a cover, but I wouldn't go and buy that until I know if I'm going to use that dash with whatever car I get. So far I've used only a Sawzall, and I only used 2 blades, and they actually weren't even brand new. They were used blades, but that's where we're at now. I got the rear window off without breaking it by just cutting around the metal. So for now, this is where I'm going to leave the car until I find the donor body. The reason being that I'm going to do it that way is because this is in a shop that's a garage. It's my family's garage, and there's a lot of people that come through here. I work here by myself, but there's a lot of people that come through that come and hang out in our office every day, and also people, even customers, might come through here, and I don't want to have anyone like catching their leg on a sharp piece of metal. There is some sharp stuff here, but no one's going to be up there. But if I were to cut back along here, someone might come along and hit that. So I don't have any sharp edges in the car, except for where you wouldn't be walking. So that's where I'm at now. So wish me luck in finding a body. I just figured I'd take a leap of faith and tear this thing apart while the weather's nice, while I have some time, and I just figured I could get it done, and I did. Also, before I took this all apart, I put a used set of Flowmasters on it, and I took out the resonator. And I should probably start that up so you can hear what that sounds like. Also, I just sold the trunk. I can't remember, I just sold that. So, all right, let me end this video with a sound clip of the Flowmasters. So everything's still running, everything's working, obviously except for airbags. So again, wish me luck, and next video on this car, anyway, hopefully I'll have a body, and we'll get to work on putting it on.